I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.
Welcome back to another Crypto Bros
And a Holly Girl.
podcast number 49.
49.
49.
Yeah. Thank
So,
you, Caleb.
the
for
first
writing
thought
that
on
down.
everybody's mind, Holly, is how are you? And are you going to be okay?
I mean, yeah, I'm going to be okay, but I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose that way. Um, I'm so mad. I can't even, I'm having a really hard time, keeping it together.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, we are actually recording this on Thursday. And 30 minutes after the game was over?
Yeah.
Because we had some stuff come up tomorrow, so we had to record on a Thursday night instead of Friday like normal. So what you're hearing from Holly is 30 minutes old.
Ugh.
So tell us what went wrong, Holly, for those that didn't see it.
Can I go with everything?
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't actually get to watch the game, so.
So what went wrong is several things. Number one being that they passed the ball way too much to where when you overpass, you tend to make mistakes, right? Like every time they had the ball, it would go down to about 7 seconds before they had to shoot, and then they would strip the ball from them. Like that is really what happened almost every single play, it felt like. I think we're number 5 for the best three-point shots in the nation. And I think it ended up that we shot 4 or 5 and made 2, I think.
Wow.
Our average this year, you guys, our average scoring points were 80, or it was consistently like 83 points. This game, we didn't even make it to 60.
Dang.
What was
That tells you everything.
What was the final score? 64-59? Something like that, wasn't it? 5
No, we
points? Or 4
55,
points?
yeah, 59-54.
59-54, okay.
Or was it by 4? It was 55. I don't even know.
It was by 4. He missed the last free throw. It would have put him up 5.
Mm.
Yeah, so March Madness.
So
I
your
guess
bracket.
they named that for a reason. And
They
why-
do. I did say that because Virginia lost, which
Yeah.
they're number 4 to Furman,
Yeah.
which was number 13. Never even heard of Furman ever.
No.
But I actually watched that game. So good. They played the entire game and never gave up. Up until the very end, they were fighting their hearts out, that Furman team. So I'm hoping they're the Cinderella story and
Wait,
not Princeton.
Not
Wait,
Princeton.
why can't it be Mizzou?
I mean, it could be Mizzou too, but Mizzou is what? They're 7 seed.
Yeah.
That's not really like the Cinderella type of story.
True, you're right. That's true. Anything I think above a 9 is a Cinderella, but
Yeah.
anything below that 8-9 game probably isn't a Cinderella story.
So Holly, is your bracket busted?
Oh, it's
It's gone.
done.
Yeah.
Even the bracket that I didn't pick Arizona for, is done.
Yeah.
Because I had them going, and losing to Alabama. So that would have been in the final 16.
Yeah.
Alabama, Arizona would be a heck of a basketball game.
How they played today?
What it?
Depends on what team
Before
shows
today,
up.
I would have paid money to watch it. But no,
I mean, it was like I had everything planned out to where I was going to go to every single game from here on out.
I saw
that they if they won, and I just am so disappointed. And it's because that is not the team that we've been watching all season. And that's really, even the games we lost, we played better than this. And so it's just so disappointing. And what happened? I know, Tubelis had a broken hand, or not Tubelis, but Ballo. He had broken his hand against the ASU game in the Pac-12 tournament, and it's like the small bones in his left hand. But he was like, I'm playing, I'm going to keep on moving forward and I can play through this. So there was that, not that it's an excuse because he still chose to play. And then you had Carissa, he messed up his shoulder. It actually popped out of socket and popped itself back in during the tournament, the Pac-12 tournament. And so he's like taped up and stuff, and they had him in. But I mean, like, in all honesty, Carissa probably shouldn't have been playing as much as he did, because we do have Boswell as well, that is really, really good. And he's only 17, you guys. He turns 18 in April. Yes. And he is so good. And I mean, he actually looked like he wanted to play this game. But he just kept getting taken out over Carissa. I'm so frustrated. I feel like I could have coached this team better. Yeah. It said something like, if it were me, if I was coaching and saw how bad they were, I would take the entire people out and put all my bench players in and say, you know what, they probably want it more than you do. Mm-hmm. It's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, and for those people that don't know, we were really hoping to see Mizzou and Arizona in the next round.
Yeah.
And I jokingly sent you a tweet that said Mizzou took care of their business, will Arizona, as a joke. And now I feel kind of bad about it. I won't lie.
I know, that's Megalodon actually was like, I feel like it's my fault. He said something yesterday about him, and and then you get the people coming out of the woodworks. I haven't talked to you for like 10 years, and all of a sudden you want to text me, you want to send me a message and be like, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that more than anything. Like, I don't talk to me. Yeah, usually it's for the rest of the day, but this is an obligation, and I will fulfill that.
We kind of wondered if you were going to sign in or not. It was like, and maybe we'd get special guest Tequila Holly, but
yeah, no, so I'm in a group chat with my entire family, and then that's not enough. Each one had to call and make sure, we were all okay. And like, when I tell you we're diehard fans, we are diehard fans. There is no, I don't know if there's a bigger fan than our entire family of Arizona. So this is devastating for us. I know it's just a game, but it still is just like, oh, my heart, because I would have never in a million years guessed. And then I'm just going back and thinking about everything, that I've tweeted, that I've said, and I'm like, did I jinx them? Maybe I shouldn't say nothing. I don't know. It's just so bad.
Yeah, I always tell people that you can tell who are true fans by the losses, not by the wins, because everybody's a fan when a team's winning.
Right.
But you can always tell who the true fans are by the losses, because the way they take it and this and that. So we're sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe as it was happening, because I think at halftime it was Arizona winning by a few, and then they got a little bit further ahead, and I was like, okay, they're gonna
they
take
were up by 12. They were up by 12, and that's when I was like, okay, because to be completely honest, the entire even the first half, I was like, what is wrong with them? There's something wrong. But I was like, okay, but we're a second half team, because we usually come out the second half and just blow them out of the water. That's usually what happens. And so that was what I was holding on to, was, the second half's going to come. And then when they got up by 12, I was like, okay, we got this. They just, were in a funk in the first half, whatever, we got this. And then they came back and it was by 3. And I kid you not, I was like, we lost. We're going to lose. I knew we were going to lose right when it was by 5, and then they took it down and they dunked it. One of the guys dunked it, and for whatever reason, I knew at that point we are going to lose the game. I think I was even on the phone, and they're like, "Oh, it's fine. They're going to win." I'm like, "No, they're not. They're going to lose."
Everybody always says that football is a game of momentum. But as a basketball coach, I am telling you, I think momentum is more important in basketball than it is in football. And I think it's because you can get a couple turnovers and a couple easy buckets and turn things around, and you get the other team hanging their head and they press a little bit. You talked about them passing the ball too much. A lot of times what that really does is gets them out of their rhythm, because then the shot clock
Yeah.
gets down so low, you're
Gotta
kind of
rush your
forced
shot.
to shoot it,
Yeah.
and
Right.
you're not doing things in the rhythm that that you are used to doing, and so that makes sense because, like I said, we didn't get to watch it. We were watching the Gamecast on ESPN, which is just
Yeah.
like an old school video game with a shot chart and stuff like that. And I
Yep.
was like, this isn't good. You could just kind of tell the momentum was swinging. And then,
Well, yeah, and you can tell it in the players. And one of the biggest things with Arizona is the fans. And that is the truth. Like when the fans are riled up and going crazy, it tends to give them that extra boost. And I feel like even in this game, we had some fans there, but it wasn't nearly as loud as it usually is. There was kind of a lot of Princeton fans when they kept showing the fan. I was like, wow. But they also did say that the game that was after, those fans were rooting for Princeton. And so it just was, just was not in our favor
where was the game at?
in Sacramento.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
not close to Princeton.
No.
Because that's what I wasn't sure how close it was. So,
Well, and you get those people that just love to see the underdog win anyway, so you cheer for them because I'm one of those people, right? Like unless it's against Arizona, I am always rooting for the underdog just because I love to see that story. So yeah, I get it, but
yeah, especially if you don't have any invested interest in either team, or you don't know anything about either team,
Right.
it's just natural to root for the smaller school or the
Yeah.
school you've never heard of.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Princeton, since I was a kid in high school, has always had, not always, but they've upset a lot of big teams in the 30 years since I've been out of high school, and you just never know. But
well, I'm going to tell you guys, I blame Joe Biden for us losing. And that is because he filled out his bracket and he put Arizona to win it all. So I'm going to Joe Biden. Definitely the president jinxed us, and it's your fault, Joe.
okay, well, let me tell you a little story, Holly. So I had we do a coach's bracket at the high school I coach at, and we just do a challenge and you get a trophy. And I filled it out 2 or 3 days ago, and I was sitting there, and this morning at like 9:30 our time, so like 30 minutes before the first game started, I went in and changed it, and I changed it to have Arizona win. And then I freaking lost. At one point, the only game I had right was Missouri winning, and then Kansas won, so that helped me. But I'm like dead last in the whole bracket with like the least amount of points that somebody can score. Because I was the only coach that picked Arizona to win the whole thing, and I was like, yeah, Holly will be happy, I'll be happy, and then no. So, but you have to be a Mizzou fan for the rest of the tournament, okay?
Deal. Because now I'm like, well, now what do I do? I guess I can go for the Pac-12 teams, and here I am like, I can't stand ASU. I don't I don't mind UCLA, but I don't like Tiger. Ugh. He makes me crazy, and every time like he gets the ball, I always go Tiger. I'm just not a fan of him, and like his hair is funny. Like I just don't like him. And so like I literally not even like, 15-20 minutes before Arizona played, I was like, we want the Pac-12 to win and go as far as possible, because ESPN and like the AP polls never take the Pac-12 serious ever. And so they always, they talk bad about the Pac-12. They never give us credit for anything. Even when we beat UCLA in the Pac-12 tournament, they were like, whatever. It is what it is. And so I literally just posted on somebody's thing that said, to make the Pac-12 look more serious, we've got to win these games in the tournament. And maybe that's when they'll start to understand that the Pac-12 is tough. Well, when the first Pac-12 team plays and loses to a number 15 seed, how do you even justify that anymore?
Yeah.
I think you just go back to bed and pull the covers up over your head and wake up on Sunday and see what happened.
Yeah.
But see, I have a hard time rooting for any other SEC teams. So
Oh, really?
Mizzou's, yeah, like if Mizzou doesn't succeed, then I don't want to see any of the other ones succeed either. And so it's like I would rather pick an Arizona to root for than say an Alabama, especially in football because yeah, that's another story. But
Well, I can tell you that I'm definitely hoping ASU loses tomorrow because I've had several fans of ASU like say crap to me, like ha ha ha, and I'm like, you barely even got in the damn tournament. So I'm hoping they lose.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the truth. If they
Yeah.
had lost yesterday, they wouldn't have gotten in.
Yeah.
who do they play? Who do they play?
They play. Oh, well, today or tomorrow they play. Shit, I don't even remember. And I think on my bracket, I even had them beating them, but nah.
So
I'm gonna
were they a play-in team?
Yeah,
Huh?
they were a play-in
They
team,
were a
right?
play-in team.
Yeah,
The
they were the first four.
first
They're
four.
the
Yeah.
first four. Yeah.
Hmm.
And they played Nevada yesterday and they beat them pretty handily. Like, so, I was like, okay, they may do something. But now, since the fans suck, I'm going to go ahead and
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, I'm just not a gloater. I don't like gloating. I don't even gloat. So I can't stand when people gloat and they just rub it in just to be an asshole. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, yeah, I'm with you. I don't like the gloating either, but it's March Madness for a reason. A funny
That
stat
is
a funny stat I saw today, and I was telling these guys before the podcast was when Missouri won, only 6.6% of all ESPN's brackets had a chance to be perfect because only 6.6% of people on ESPN's bracket yeah, so they're the only ones that had a chance because everybody else picked Utah State as the upset. I guess that was the upset special.
Yeah, so I was talking to my mom and dad yesterday, and I literally was like, Mizzou's gonna win. I just had like, I don't know. I guess maybe I've never seen Utah State play, and so I was like, they're gonna lose. And my mom and dad were actually like, Utah State's good, Holly. Like, you can't count them out. And I was like, nah, they're fine. And obviously they proved that they're better, or Missouri did. And so I was relieved, but I really didn't think that they were going to lose.
Well, Caleb said they were the 7th best three-point shooting team in college basketball this year. 11th?
Well, yeah.
So I didn't know that. That's probably why everybody loves the slam dunk and the three-pointer. So that's probably why they thought they were going to win. But we'll see. Hopefully our Tigers can get some revenge for you on Saturday.
Yeah, I know they can, because I honestly, and it's not because they were playing us and that not because they beat us, they're not very good. They missed a lot of like really easy shots. They were wide open a lot. I mean, and we're doing this, we're leaving them wide open. But they still missed. And so I feel like if Mizzou plays the way they played today, they're going to beat them no problem.
I'm looking to see when the last time Missouri made it to the Sweet 16. 2009.
Wow.
Oh, I love that. That's going to be, I think they'll make it. I really do.
So we're looking at 14 years.
Yeah.
But what do I know? I mean, I thought Arizona was going to make it.
Yeah, don't put that jinx on us, Holly.
No, I know.
Ricky Bobby.
Well, we appreciate you talking about it because we knew it was painful because whether or not people believe it, we know how big of a sports fan you are when it comes to your Rams and Arizona. And, well, I was hoping, honestly, that with us having the podcast today, that we'd have a lot of smack talk about Saturday's game.
Oh, I know.
And
That would have
then
been
when that went down, I was like, this is going to take a completely different tone.
yeah.
Son of a.
So, sorry, Holly. But did you enjoy Vegas last weekend? We missed you on the podcast.
Yeah.
I did that. Now that is how you play. And that was fun. That was, it was crazy. And, we're the Red Army. When we go to Vegas for the tournament, all the fans, they show out. I mean, it's like a home game for us because there's so many fans that come out and play, like, or come out to cheer for them. And that was the Pac-12 tournament. I go for a reason every year, and this is why. It was just so much fun. So, and just the crowd was so loud, and it's always fun to be at, in those kind of atmospheres. So
is that tournament always in Vegas?
it is, but for some reason, I want to say I've heard that they're going to move it, but I'm not sure where I heard that or where they're going to move it to. So maybe I dreamt it. I don't know.
The Big 12 is usually always in Kansas City, but they've moved it to other locations from time to time.
It's there for at least 10 more years.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I also heard a rumor that Arizona's going to move to the Big 12.
I also heard that same rumor.
Yeah. So we'll see.
That means you'll have to come to Kansas City next year to watch them play in the Big 12 tournament.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I would do it, totally do it. But I feel like because UCLA and USC, I believe, are moving for sure.
To the Big Ten.
Like there's to the Big Ten, yeah.
UCLA and who?
And USC.
USC.
Oh.
So I heard that
Wow.
Arizona State, Colorado, and
Crazy.
somebody else is going to the Big 12.
Because
Like,
what are
there
they
could be
trying to
four
get to
major
16
conference.
teams?
Yeah, it's going to be over 16.
No, because...
Yeah, so what are they going to name it? The Big 16?
not to make this all about college sports, but I really think we're looking at 4 mega 16 team conferences, and
That would be
will run
awesome.
that will run college athletics. And they'll, like for the March Madness, there will be a chance to still get in the tournament, but I don't think you're going to win a college national football championship if you're not in one of those conferences.
No.
That's where I think they're headed, because it's all about the money.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of money.
And I think that's
Well,
where
and
they're
the
heading.
thing is at least for, the Pac-12, we don't really get to showcase ourselves in any sports because we're only, we're limited to smaller schools, honestly. Like to me, I feel like we, at least in basketball, we deserve to at least, go against challenges, like the teams over, over there, because we were, number one in the Pac-12 for a reason, other than UCLA was the only one that was like on our level.
Yeah, well,
and so when you go into a tournament and play these other teams, it's like, oh shit, they're way better than we are.
Yeah.
but I think part of what the Pac-12 has against it for the rest of the nation is the time zone.
Yeah.
Because I watch zero Pac-12 sports because they're
it's late.
usually starting at like 11:30 at night.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I am not staying up till
Well,
1 o'clock in the morning to watch UCLA play USC in any sport.
Right.
So I think that has something to do with it too, the exposure.
Yeah. And the same goes for California teams though, because they're actually like the majority of the season, they're an hour behind us.
Yeah.
And so when we play them, they play it like a lot of our games when we play California are at 9:30 at night. And to me, I'm like, I'm tired, but I'll stay up and watch that game because it's us. But any other, I wouldn't watch it. That's way too late.
But with the time change, I think we're 2 hours difference again.
Yep.
It's okay.
Because it's 4:30 here right now.
Yeah, and it's 6:30 here because you don't do time change, right? So for part of the year we were an hour difference, and then the other part of the year we're 2 hours difference. So
Yeah.
weird. It is what it is. Should we move on to crypto?
Let's move on to crypto.
Okay. Has anybody got anything they want to share about crypto?
No.
I will say one thing on a follow-up to what we brought up last week about the Croswap. They came out with some information just today that not only is their bridge going to let you swap tokens across different blockchains, you're also going to be able to swap liquidity. So when you make pairings and things like that, you're going to be able to swap that. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I have not heard of that anywhere else before. I've not really known anything to be able to swap liquidity pairs. So that is kind of cool. And some of the screenshots are coming out on it, and I'm telling you, this is going to be big.
Or bridge, you mean?
Yeah.
Bridge.
From the bridge.
For the bridge. Yeah, sorry. But the whole swap itself is evolving, and I think their final product should all be to where it needs to be. I'm going to guess within the next 10 days.
Really?
So I'm
quick.
excited about that.
Really quick.
We've reached out to a couple people that are behind the scenes on that, and still trying to get them to come on the show, because I think there's some good information out there that people are sleeping on. That we're early in a lot of the crypto game, but we're super early in this.
Yeah.
And so I just this is something I truly believe in and would like people to know more about.
Yeah.
So, besides that, Monday, Tuesday, part of Wednesday, lots of green candles after the news broke on SVB Bank.
Yeah.
I thought, man, when Monday hits, it's going to be a bloodbath. And
I thought so too.
that didn't happen. Now, it kind of corrected itself a little bit on Wednesday, but then today was more green. So my question to anybody that wants to answer it is, do you think the reason is because some of the money that got pulled out of that bank got invested into the crypto markets? Because maybe they didn't have the confidence in, not necessarily just that particular bank, but I would say the majority of that, but banking in general, the confidence level went down? Think there's anything to that?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I think so. I mean, the confidence level for me for banks have gone down dramatically. I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and I
at least
also saw
like
that.
crypto. I mean, other than, I don't know. I guess what crypto you put it in, it's a little safer than in your bank. Shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're
Yeah.
probably, if you're talking in the millions of dollars, I'm sure there was a lot invested in some blue chips.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
But they said most banks are leveraged at about 85% under the FDIC. Their accounts are under the FDIC limit, and about 20 to 15% of their accounts are over that limit. This bank was flipped. It was 80 to 85% was over the limit,
Oh.
and 20 to 15% was under. So it's a different kind of bank too. So I actually go ahead.
So the banks that are being investigated or have closed aren't, for some reason, I feel like they're crypto friendly banks.
They're startup
I
type
swear
stuff.
I think
Yeah.
I've heard that. And so I'm like, well, could it have a correlation with why they're being closed and investigated is because it's crypto?
Maybe.
Well, maybe, but I think maybe it's easier to get over leveraged in the crypto, because if people aren't calling on their money, then you don't know it's not there. I was actually talking to a banker friend today, and we were discussing it, and I said, it's not like if I came in and even wanted to get $25,000 cash, most banks would say, yeah, if you come back tomorrow at 1, we'll have it for you.
Yeah.
Because they have to
be-
order it. They don't. Their safes are basically there for safety deposit boxes. They don't carry cash. Old-fashioned bank runs used to be, hey, this is what we got on the ledger, and that's inside the vault. So when you come in to get your money, we go back in the back, take it, give it to you. And if you were over leveraged and there was a bank run, the last few people in line weren't getting their money, and that's why all that panic ensued.
Yeah.
That's not how banks are run anymore. It's all digital. I mean, people talk about, well, I got to keep cash because it's we don't want the cashless society. I'm telling you, your banks don't use cash. They have to order it to be able to pay you. I found that out the hard way one time trying to buy a car. I went to the bank to get 15 grand, and he was like, what do you want 15 grand for? And I said, well, 1, why do you care? And
Right.
2, because I'm buying a car. And he goes, well, I can have it for you tomorrow at 10 a.m. I was like, you don't have $15,000 here? And he's like, no. And I was, I guess I'll see you at 10. So I called the guy and said, hey, I can't come buy the car tonight because my bank doesn't have $15,000
Just
in
a
it.
cashier's check?
No, because the guy wanted cash.
Oh.
So I waited the next day, and they had it. And it was all neat and stacked like they ordered it from somewhere. I'm going to guess that's what
That's
those
pretty-
reserve banks, like those big KC Federal Reserve Bank is.
Yeah.
That's probably where all the money is actually at, but I don't know. It's different. But I don't really think there's any panic in the system. Because like when we took it to the next level, if people do the old-fashioned bank runs and they take all the cash they possibly can get their hands on, and the system shuts itself down, that cash you have in your hands not going to be worth anything.
Nope.
No.
You're not going to be able to trade it for anything. I mean, you may
Wipe
be
your
able
butt
to
with
start
it.
fires with it.
Like,
Yeah, but
That's
seriously,
wallpaper.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not going to
you
be
never
worth
know.
anything. Services and goods are going to be what trades, and then digital assets whenever everybody finally comes on board with it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, crypto-wise though, that's about all we got going on. I would say that Grove has a I can't remember the days on it, but they've got a 0% trading fee going on right now.
Yeah, and it's forever.
Oh,
It's gonna have no fees.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it was for a little bit of time. So okay.
I'm almost positive that Mindy actually said this is now forever.
Yeah, I think you're
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Sweet. I missed that, but that's good. And then
SafeMoon.
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say SafeMoon went through a maintenance upgrade. And so I think it's done now. I think I saw for Android users, update your wallet.
great.
Isn't it funny how people
Yeah.
panic so fast when they can't get on their wallet? Like,
Holy
it's not
crap.
working. And they're
Oh,
like, we're doing a
gosh.
maintenance update. And people
Jeez.
don't believe
I
it.
love maintenance.
And
Right.
also,
I think I saw actually somebody was like, SafeMoon's over. They're done. I
my
think they were
gosh.
serious. They were seriously fuddying it. Like,
yeah.
it was, that this isn't on purpose. This is, they're closing down SafeMoon or something stupid.
Maintenance
I was
like
like-
everything else.
Since that's going to go over well. No.
Well, and I also, before we move on to Holativity, I wanted to give a shout out to our friend Chris Vaughn, who's been on this
Oh, yeah.
program. He's going to be at NFT New York and be one of the speakers there.
Ooh,
So, and it's actually the same weekend that we celebrate our 1 year anniversary. So, unfortunately, some of the people we're hoping to be able to join us for that celebration are going to be in New York.
Yeah.
But we wish them the best and hope everything goes well. There is a contest out there to vote for your favorite speaker, and if whoever gets the most votes gets to actually speak on the main stage. And I don't pretend to understand how that all works.
Yeah.
But if you're a fan, go vote for Chris.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that way, that's a simple, free way that we can support him. So,
And and it's super quick. Like,
oh yeah,
I think I did it in under like 2 minutes.
yeah, it didn't take very long whatsoever. So don't get
No.
scared by that. Go show our friends some support, and best of luck in NFT New York, guys. So
Yeah. Did anybody see if Glow announced anything? I mean, they hyped the shit out of whatever it was and came out. I have seen nothing. Have you guys heard of anything?
Are you talking about Flare?
Oh, Flare. Yeah. I forgot it was Flare.
Yeah, but no, I haven't. I don't. I'm gonna guess they're waiting on regulations or something. I don't know because I thought the pre-sale. I shouldn't speak without
But I
knowing.
know that's
But-
the April 1st is when they're going to launch.
Yeah, because the pre-sale sold out, right?
So
I feel like a
I'm-
lot of things have happened since I read that, and now I can't remember.
no, well, they met their something, but the pre-sale isn't sold out. It's something they were like aiming for that they made that goal.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was like their goal in the pre-sale, I think.
because I could have sworn like I just recently saw somebody post about the pre-sale that it's still going on. So yeah, I just know that they were like, we have crazy news, blah blah blah, exchange, blah blah blah, and then I heard nothing. Like
Oh yeah, top 10 exchange.
I don't know. I am not in the best of moods, so yeah, maybe I shouldn't be talking about stuff like this just because it's like I hate hype more than anything in my whole soul. I hate
I'd rather be
And then-
surprised.
you hype, and then you look real dumb when nothing comes out.
Yeah.
Like it drives me crazy.
And to be fair, they're not the only ones, right?
No.
Over like the last year and a half, 2 year crypto journey.
Oh yeah.
Like every project.
Yeah.
I'm over it. I'm over I don't even hardly like I literally go on Twitter to post my morning tweet and then I'll get a notification and I'll respond to people, but I'm done with all of it. I am done with I just don't even know what to believe anymore. Even from projects. It's like, so did I miss it? Why do I have to like keep my eyes on Twitter all the time just for an announcement? Sheesh.
That's a good point, Holly. I agree with you there. I think some of it, and What makes some communities more active than others might be because of that, but it shouldn't be so hard for an average investor to know what's going on. And I'll use a completely off the wall example. We've had some tokens that were going V2, and I'm not going to even bring their names up, okay?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to give them the time of day. That was going to go V2, and you would, like one of them, you had to, submit your tokens to this address, and they were going to airdrop them back in V2. Another one was just going to be whatever, okay? It's all chaos. We go to do it. They literally posted it like, I don't know, 10 hours before the deadline. And that was it. And then we're stuck with these tokens and we can't swap them. Now, to me, that's a semi-rug pull, but it should have been something that was out there for days and weeks. And, even SafeMoon, what was it? How long did they let the migration from V1 to V2 go? I mean,
you can still do it.
Yeah. I mean, but some of these people are like, oh, well, we posted on Twitter. Yeah, 10 minutes before the deadline. Yeah. I'm not sitting at my computer. I mean, and I'm one of the guys that has time to actually research stuff all the time. I'm still, what if I miss that one tweet? Mm-hmm. Like, it shouldn't be that hard.
That is that's how I feel about all of them. What, did I miss something because I have not been on Twitter? Like, I'm sorry. I am busy. I have made sure that I am busy in my actual real life so that I'm not on Twitter 24/7 like I used to be.
Yeah.
I figured out like how much I was missing out on the real world from being on Twitter. And I'm tired, but I'm invested in all this stuff that I have to be on Twitter just to know what's going on, and it sucks.
That's why I'm on Twitter. That's why we got started on Twitter. Was basically to follow all the projects, and then it kind of turned into what it is now. But I also had a speculation pop up from time to time from people, and now I feel the same way. It's like, did I miss that announcement? And then come to find out it was just a gut feeling by somebody. And I'm like, so I spent 15 minutes searching for this. Yeah. When it was a gut feeling.
Like, I wish there was a different way, but this is the path they chose.
Well, there are different ways. It's just like you said, this is the path they chose. So it is what it is for the time being. Yeah. Hopefully that gets more streamlined, because if you want it to be more mainstream, you have to make it easier, not just to buy, but also for communication's sake. Mm-hmm. And so I'm hoping that those sort of things get ironed out in the future too. But we know you're not in the best of moods, Holly, but it is time for your Holativity segment.
Oh, good. This one will put me in the mood because I saw it, and this guy is awesome. We had him on a podcast not too long ago, but it's from Dark Moon Tim. So the other day, I think it was yesterday actually, he posted, empowering others by building up your self-confidence is a key ingredient for developing great leaders in your community. Let's invest in lifting each other up to create a more resilient and impactful future.
I like it.
He's absolutely right. So I just saw that one. I was like, that is very true. Even though I'm not like in the lifting up mood today, I think that you need to do it every day. So,
somebody asked me the other day, said, what disappoints you the most in people? And I said, I don't really know. And it hit me about 5 minutes later. It's when people stop rooting for one another.
Yes.
And sometimes it's very slow. They just kind of fade out of the picture. Yeah. And sometimes it's like instant, whether it's jealousy or whatever it may be. They're just like, it's not okay for you to succeed anymore if I don't. And that kind of goes along with his tweet. Like, I don't really care what's going on in this studio. I still want everyone outside of the studio to succeed too. And like we tell all our guests, if there's something we can do to help you, we're all about it, because we're rooting for you. Even if I'm not investing in your project, I'm rooting for you. As long as you're doing things ethically and honestly, I'm rooting for you. Mm-hmm. But we've seen a dark turn in that in the last 3 to 6 months, and hopefully it comes back around. But I don't want people's attitudes to be solely based on their investments.
No.
That's just not what it should be about.
No.
But it is.
I literally posted the other day, like, something about your investment is never, or the market being down is never an excuse to.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I really wanted to say the market being down isn't an excuse to be an asshole, but I wasn't in an asshole mood at that point. I am today, and I am going to say it. Like, that is
Sweet.
never like being an asshole because the market's down. What an excuse. Like,
Yeah.
get it together.
That just means you're over leveraged. I think.
100%. It has to, right?
If it
Like,
changes your mood, you're
has
over
to.
leveraged.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
And over leveraged means something different to everyone, right?
Yeah.
That could
when
mean
the market's down, everybody's like crying and complaining about it. So I just don't look at my wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's Greg.
Like,
Yeah. I don't look at it.
Yeah.
How many times have you come in and go, "Oh, really? I haven't looked at it in 2 weeks."
Yeah, for real. Why?
Greg, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I understand. I've always said that what I have invested now has always been a long-term hold for me. And so if it's down one day and up the next, well, it would probably be down, 2 weeks down the road and then up a month down the road.
Mhm.
It's nothing's moving right now.
Yeah.
So why, like, I'm not gonna be sad about it because I understand that's how the market goes. We are in a very shaky time right now, with worldwide. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not even just in
Oh, yeah.
crypto. It's like everything is shaky. So why would you think crypto would be any different?
Hey, speaking of that, I just got a notification. Doge is up 5%.
Hey, there we
Yay.
go. See, why do I need to look at it when he tells me every time?
Oh, you must have Robin Hood
Yeah.
because I literally got that same notification.
And I won't lie, it was not too long ago that I realized that you could set up the notifications on your Trust Wallet too.
Yeah.
I was like, why do I
Shut
keep
up.
getting
I've never
notifications for
Yeah.
SHIB?
I
And then I was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is why.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I better. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Just go to the graph, and then there's a bell at the top of it, and it'll notify if it goes up or down 5%.
Yep.
Perfect.
Up or down 5% in like 24 hours. Like if it's not going to tell you over like 12 days it went up 5%. But
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for the holativity. We missed out on that. We tried it. We tried to help you do that last week, but we put it at
No,
the
I
end.
loved it.
so
You
nobody
guys,
would
I
see
had
it.
like earphones in my ears. Like I was just listening to the podcast. It was a good one. You guys did good.
It felt weird without you. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
it was not doing it. I felt so like off balance because I just am so used to like Friday.
It's part of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
part
that
of
is
the routine.
like part of my routine. Yeah,
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna feel weird not doing a podcast.
I know. I was just thinking that too. What am I gonna do with myself? Because I mean,
Watch March
before-
Madness.
I was planning on packing and getting ready to leave. After
Yeah.
I got to work to Sacramento, but that's like a no go.
Barbecue. That
Come
fixes
Kansas City.
everything. Smoke something.
Everything.
Herbal or meat. Either way.
I think I'm gonna enlist an herbal today. I feel like I need
Yeah.
something to like calm my nerves because I'm telling you, I'm like wired up and just angry.
When you first dialed in, I could see it in your eyes. I was like,
Yeah.
there's a wild animal burning in there right now.
Yeah.
That's the truth. It still is. I'm like trying really hard to keep it together.
So I guess it's time for Caleb's choice.
Oh.
It's time for Caleb's choice.
His choice.
His rules.
His rules.
His
We didn't get a holly dance today, though.
I know. I was waiting
She's
for
really
her.
mad.
She's
I
taking-
don't- yeah, my
she's
hair. I had like cute bows and stuff, and when I took them out, messed it up. So I don't even care.
Yeah, Caleb can
I was
relate.
not like I was
Yeah.
not gonna wear. I even had earrings in my U of A
I was
earrings.
disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought you'd have U of A everything still on.
I was so pissed off. I did have everything on. Yeah,
Be kind.
had to change.
There you go.
So now it's be kind.
Yeah.
I'm not being very kind today.
All right. First question for today is: what's your favorite '80s, '90s rock ballad?
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
You get one.
Yeah, I thought you were
There are a
some
lot.
band.
That's
Oh
what I
my
thought.
gosh, rock.
What's yours? You asked the question.
Well, I heard the question on the radio, and the first thing that popped in my head was "More Than Words" from Extreme.
Oh. Yeah.
Mm.
That makes me think of
I go with well,
Mr.
rock.
Mr.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah.
What's the name of that song? Only Want to Be With You?
Only wanna be with you.
No, that's
Oh.
Hootie.
Oh,
That's
okay.
me.
This is before you were born, Greg.
Oh, good lord.
It's got to be something for Bon Jovi for me, though.
Yeah. What is it? Which one are you gonna pick?
It has to be a ballad.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh. I don't know. I don't have
Is
one.
Born to Be My Baby a ballad? It's more of
Sure.
a hard rock thing. I would say Always from Bon Jovi. I think that's more of a ballad.
Yeah. Bon Jovi's good. Well, that's for Extreme open for Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
That one concert.
The song that comes to mind to me is "Here I Go Again."
Ooh, White Snake.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That
That's
is
the
good.
first one that pops into my mind. But is that considered a ballad?
Sure.
Sure.
Probably.
Today it does.
Yeah.
I mean, because you also have "With or Without You" by U2, and that's
Yeah.
a good one. That's
No.
an actual ballad. I love that song.
I hate you too.
Wow.
Ah.
One of the most overrated bands of all time. You know, want to know something funny? The first CD I ever owned was Whitesnake. That CD
Really?
with Here I Go
Yeah.
Again on My Own, and what was the other song? There's two of them, two big hits off that CD, and I don't remember. That was the first CD I ever owned.
Really?
Yeah, a girl gave it to me.
A girlfriend.
I
Yeah,
think she wanted to go out on a date, but she gave it
I
to
don't
me.
have one.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
I don't.
So,
Really?
Yeah.
what's your favorite March Madness memory? It could be good or bad, because mine's actually bad. The one I remember the most is when the Zoo lost to UCLA. They were upsetting the UCLA, and then they let Edney just dribble all the
94,
way down the floor
I
and do a
was
layup.
in Columbia that day,
Yeah.
and we were having that UCLA was number one, and we
Yeah.
had him down and let him go all the entire court for a layup.
In 3
Nobody
seconds or
knocked him
whatever.
on his ass or nothing. They just let him go
It's like,
coast
step
to
in front of
coast.
him. He doesn't look. And they ended up winning the whole thing that year, I think.
Yep.
And we could have beat them.
My biggest memory, which is also a bad one, is in '89 or '90 when Mizzou played Syracuse. I think it was. Where'd Derek Coleman play?
Syracuse.
Yeah, he goaltended,
Oh,
and they
yeah.
didn't call it, and we lost to Syracuse in the Sweet
The
16
Doug Smith and
by one. Doug Smith,
Peeler.
Anthony Peeler,
Yeah.
and we lost, and he goaltended, and they didn't call it. So angry. We're Mizzou fans. We don't really have good
I was gonna say
March
I don't.
Madness memories.
I don't.
So I have one.
Okay.
My favorite all time was in '97. Arizona won the national championship,
Yeah.
and Miles Simon
Simon.
messed up Lute Olson's hair because Lute Olson was like super stickler about don't touch my hair, and so when they won, he messed up his hair.
Was that the last time they won it?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, Simon. I remember him.
Who was the other guard?
Miles Simon. Oh gosh, there was
Simon.
Bayless during that
Yeah,
whole
Bayless. Was that his name?
Bayless.
Okay.
Let me think real hard because there was like 4 really
Yeah.
good hardcore players.
But Simon was like the standout in the tournament, if I remember
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. He actually went on after he graduated. He went on to try to play, and then he came back and assisted coaching for a while for
Wasn't he a
Arizona.
lefty?
You know, I don't remember.
For some reason, I was thinking it was a lefty.
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
we Kentucky.
I think it's the other kid.
That was the time we beat the University of Kentucky.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good game too.
I remember it like it was yesterday, and I was young. I was
In '97.
I was 15.
Time flies.
In '97.
16.
Really?
In 97.
Yeah.
born
She's
in
just turned
83.
40.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 8 years older.
Yeah.
You don't have a good memory of NCAA either. You're
I
failing on
wasn't.
this.
I wasn't big in the basketball, so. My favorite memory is probably playing March Madness on PlayStation.
There
I used to play the crap out of
Turned
that.
it into a video game reference.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play it quite a
Like
bit.
Bibby. It was Bibby.
My
Bibby,
Bibby,
yeah,
yeah,
there you
Bibby
go.
and Simon.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I
Because
love
Bibby played for
Bibby.
like the Clippers or something for a
Kings.
while.
Well, he played for the Kings. too.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kings.
Okay,
Yeah.
last one. This weekend, Comic Con's in Kansas City. What costume, if you went, what costume would you wear?
The Green Arrow.
Always?
You are going, and you are dressing up as a Green
You are the
Arrow.
Green
Wait,
Arrow.
are you going?
Yeah,
He's
I
wearing
go
his
every
Halloween
year.
costume.
I haven't missed it in like 10 years.
What are you gonna go as?
Michael Keaton, Batman.
What about
Yes.
you, Holly?
Either Wonder Woman or Catwoman.
No,
not
I'm going as Wonder Woman.
Okay, perfect.
I'm going as Wonder Woman, so you
Then
can be
I ain't
Catwoman.
going if he's going as Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
It's like, nope.
No, I
Catwoman.
would probably Catwoman.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of the Catwomans. A lot of Wonder Womans.
A lot of
And
Yeah,
a lot of
sure.
Harley Quinns.
Oh yeah, yeah, I wouldn't go as her.
Yeah.
But are
That's-
Catwoman.
any of
Those
them
are the
as
top two.
attractive as they should be?
uh,
Did I ask that question nice enough?
I don't know the percentage on that, but
Okay, but
it
it's
ain't
not
good.
100. It's not 100%.
No,
It's probably not
no.
50.
No, maybe.
Okay.
Uh,
That's why I don't
No,
go.
I'll take pictures.
Pictures.
I usually take pictures.
Holly, what's your question?
Hold on.
we should have our podcast next year at the Comic-Con. Have Holly fly in.
Yeah, I wonder if it's March Madness weekend. It'd
Probably would be.
be awesome if it was the same weekend as the Big 12 tournament. Arizona was in the Big 12 tournament.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, so what is the most irrational superstition that you have?
Most irrational. I'm not really superstitious.
No, I'm just a little stitches.
You're what?
Just
I'm
a
a little
little.
stitches.
You're a little stitches?
You're a little stitious?
Yeah.
Not super?
Not super.
You're like 1 for 4 on these questions today.
I know. It's an off day.
It is a thing.
I really don't have any superstitions, but except one. And if it's we win a basketball game, I wear the same tie again the next time.
Oh, okay, that I get that.
But that's about it.
I don't really have one. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm trying to think of something that because I'm not really superstitious. However, I try not to walk under a ladder.
Really?
I just push it
No,
over.
that's a thing. That's
Yeah.
like a real thing.
Yeah.
Push that
Yeah.
I do it on purpose.
I mean- Do you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Just to freak people out. I kick black cats around.
Oh, the black cats don't bother me. I got 3 of those at home.
What's your answer, Holly?
I have so many, it's ridiculous. So that all in itself is irrational. But I would have to say my biggest one is driving across the street after a black cat crosses. I will not do it. I will find, even if it takes me an hour out of the way or I can't go without, I will not cross it.
Does you turn?
What if you're not the
Yeah,
driver?
I do. I'm
Yeah.
not even kidding. I really do.
Huh.
What if you're not the
I
driver?
will not. That's never happened to me, but I think I would freak out. Well, and the reason being is because actually weird little story, when I was younger, all of us were in a car. We were going to, I don't know why I remember this as like vaguely or as much as I do, but we were going to an arcade and it was like the best arcade in town. And we were driving with my dad and a black cat ran across the street. And I kid you not, probably like 2 seconds later, a car ran a red light and T-boned us in our car. And so ever since, and I think I was probably like 8. And ever since then, no, I've never done it. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
I should make a black
After
cat jump off the stratosphere with a bungee rope.
Oh,
Jeez.
Yeah.
oh, that'd be
No,
hilarious.
Megalodon was like, "Did you take your voucher?" And I'm like, "Nah, nope, sure didn't." And he was like, "Are you going to take it with the bros?" Probably not. So,
Well, we kind of took a straw poll, and I don't think any of us have any desire to jump off
Nope.
that sucker.
No.
yeah, no. The only way I think
Zero.
I would attempt to do it again is if one of you guys were going to do it with me. But even then, I can't even guarantee I'll chicken out, and they'll take my voucher away if I chicken out for the second time.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't
you
know
get one
that.
more chance, and if you don't do it, you're done for.
Dang.
Yeah, I think you're going. If you do it when we're there, you're going solo.
I'm too heavy.
No, I'm
I'd
not
have to
doing
be too drunk, and if I,
it. They won't let you.
I
they
know.
won't-
I was going to say I'll probably throw
Yeah.
up. I'd have to be
Yeah,
so
no,
drunk
they
I'd
just
throw
will
up.
not. Like if they ask you if you've had any alcohol, and you I mean, they will not let you
I'm
go
in
up there.
Vegas. No, not a drop, sir.
Well, I didn't, and I'm now that I think about it, I should have had a couple shots before just to like calm my nerves. Maybe that would have helped, but no,
All
I didn't
right.
have any. Yeah.
Well, that's all for Caleb's
Caleb?
choice then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess
So good answers, except for Greg.
Yeah, I suck today. It's okay.
So it's
Like,
time
do.
for Truth and Dare.
I do.
All
right.
right. True.
Powered by.
Okay. Exposure.
we're so bad at
I did everything but.
that's what makes it like, kind of fun.
My bad. My bad.
Did
Who's
you
going
miss Truth or Dare
first?
last week?
What?
Did you miss Truth or Dare last week?
Miss being part of it?
Yeah, being part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of
No.
No,
course.
I like watching you guys do it. I was gonna say yeah, but no.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you the what in the world segment that you guys did. Loved it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, we did do that.
Well, it was just for
That
people
was-
that caught that. That's just kind of something we're going to do randomly whenever there's something to
I
talk
like
about. So,
That was just kind of random. We just kind of went into it, didn't
yeah. But we have a
we?
graphic
We almost
for it.
didn't do it.
Mhm.
Who's going first? Holly, you got to go first.
Yeah,
since you missed
Holly.
last
Okay.
week. Truth or Dare?
Ooh, can I do random or does that
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
give me?
do
Yeah.
random.
Okay, I'll do random.
Oh, here we go.
It's true.
It's a truth.
Oh, thank
What
you.
do you like to do that's traditionally considered masculine?
Sports? Watch sports, play sports, like anything sports.
Okay. All right.
Well, especially like fantasy football and stuff. I'm actually pretty good, and people are like, "That's like not a girly thing."
Oh,
Love it.
That's
yeah,
a good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantasy. There it is.
How's your fantasy football team do this year?
I got second. I lost to who did I lost I in both the leagues. Actually, yeah, in both the leagues, I ended up getting second. Why do I want to say that I lost to Bearded? No. Shit. Kevin Arnold beat me in one of them.
Mm.
And it's because like my team died. Like no, well, they didn't die, but every player like got hurt on my team, and it just crumbled at the end of it. But I was doing really good, really good. But yeah, I think I got second in two of the three. One of the third one I didn't do so hot just because of the same thing. Like my team just crumbled.
Yep, I had the same problem. I was like the top 2 team in the league and then lost in the semifinals because one, Jared Goff for the other team had a career day, and Devontae Adams for my team didn't show up, and everybody else was hurt.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Greg, you're up.
Okay.
Ooh, excuse me.
I'll
Truth,
do.
Dare, random.
I'll do random.
Ooh. Dangerous.
Yeah. Danger's my middle name.
Oh, this sucks.
What is it?
It's a dare.
What?
Ooh.
Send a paragraph to your crush about 3 things you love about them. You know what? He hasn't kissed up to Shauna all day yet, and I guess he's going to get that opportunity.
You've had a crush on the last couple times, haven't you?
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like you have.
Yeah.
It's just a little crush.
3 things that you like about her.
3 things.
And you can't tell her why, just send her 3 things that you like about her.
Yeah. Cooking.
I love your cookies.
Oh, cookies. Yeah.
I love your beautiful blonde hair.
It's not a paragraph, but let's keep this.
That's all right.
Oh, it's gotta be a
He's a poet.
I love how you're so kind to me all the time.
Aw.
All the time?
All the time. There, I said it
Repeat
3
that.
times.
3 times.
All the time, all the time, all the time.
I'll go next. I don't want to do a paragraph, so I'll do truth. I don't want to write a paragraph to anybody.
It'll probably be
Me
like,
either.
in a paragraph, tell us. All right. What's your story about breaking the law?
Ooh. Which time?
Yeah. Which one? Tell one that nobody knows. Be
He's
truthful.
got some stories.
Yeah, I do. I'm
Be
trying to figure out which one. All right, I'll tell you this one. So, I'll start from the end and work my way back. Saturday
Okay.
morning, I'm at home.
This past Saturday?
No. I was
I'm
in
like,
high
oh,
school.
shit.
I was in high
Recent.
school. My buddy and his mom pull into the driveway, and I wasn't expecting visitors. So I went out to say hi, and I could tell by the look on my buddy's face that things were bad, and somehow I was involved. And so his mom found out that the night before, him and I had cruised some old gravel roads around where we lived and pulled about 12 to 15 stop signs out of the ground and threw them in the ditch.
I was with
Oh
him.
my
I was in the back
god.
seat, but I never got out.
So we had to go back and replace every single one of them. Now, it's against the law, but we didn't get in trouble by the law. And the funny part about it is twofold. One, I thought it would be really hard to do, like to actually grab a stop sign by the pole and pull it out of the ground.
Pretty easy.
I threw the first one 30 foot in the air because it was so easy. Like, I grabbed a hold of it, I was all down, getting ready to put everything I had into it, and launched that thing. And I thought it was going to hit my buddy's car. Like, I was like, holy cow. Second part is my mom was pissed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's probably the maddest she's ever been at me. And my dad was out in the pasture doing something, and she said, "You're going to go tell your dad." So I went out there, and she's right behind me, just mad, steam. And I told Dad what happened, and he said, "Okay." He said, "Did you replace them all?" And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "If I hear that one of them didn't get replaced, then I'm going to bring the hammer down." And I said, "No, we replaced every single one of them." But now I'm worried, what if somebody else pulled the stop sign? And my dad pulls up, and my mom goes, "That's it? That's all you're going to do?" And he goes, "Cindy, how do you think we got the stop sign that's in our barn?"
Yeah.
My dad, as a teenager, stole a stop sign, and I
He's
never
glad
even
that-
once thought about that's where he got it from, because he used to work in
Right.
high school. In the summers, he worked on a road crew.
Yeah.
So I decided he had a stop sign. No, he stole it. So I didn't really get in trouble, but it was against the law.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh, Shauna responded. I
Uh,
love you very much too.
noise.
Very
Caleb's turn.
hugging. I
Aww.
appreciate everything she does.
That's awesome.
She got me this sweater, and it's so comfortable. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not a tie-dye kind of girl. I love this one. It's so bright. Like,
That's
yeah, you
awesome.
can't. It doesn't do it justice in the thing. It is brighter than what you guys see. Like, and it's so soft in like inside. I just love it.
Oh, good. She was excited to get it for you.
Yeah, I love
She
it.
is
Thanks,
kind.
Shauna.
Shauna is kind.
She is
She is kind.
so kind. It's could be. Scary.
Well, yeah, kinda.
I mean,
Because I didn't know who sent this to me. I was like, okay, Josh never, when Josh sends me something, he says Holly Girl Twitter.
Yeah.
And this said Holly Girl Crypto. And I was like, did he just have to put like a name? Like, what the heck? And then when I asked and you guys were saying no, I was like, who the heck has my address? Like, I could not think for the life of me who had it besides you guys. And I was like, maybe Megalodon, like, because like I can see Meg like asking you guys, and
Yeah.
it's Megalodon. Like, I trust him, and
People that
so
we
I
would give
got
that to.
Megalodon.
Yeah. But no,
Yeah, and then
it's,
his response, you guys was like, "Oh, you got it," and I was like, "Oh, you sent me something? You were the one that sent it." He was like, "No, but now I wish I kind of would have." Yeah.
yeah, that's funny because it does say, it still to this day says Holly Twitter, because that's how I saved it on Amazon, because I didn't know your last name then.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to weird you out by asking you what your last name was. Oh, that's funny. Truth or dare, Caleb? You're not getting away with not doing it.
yeah,
Random
random.
Not tonight.
crap.
Please don't get one that hurts my stomach.
You did this last time.
No, I don't have to get to do it. It's different.
Text
Random.
your ex and ask him how's it going.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
no.
We don't. That one was uncomfortable.
That
I was
hurt
like,
me.
"Oh man."
Oh, send a text to your crush explaining your favorite movie plot in vivid detail.
His crush is dead.
I
Yeah.
know.
I was
but
gonna say, isn't his crush the cranberry?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to pick somebody in your phone. I don't know. We can pick for you.
Let's do a truth.
Yeah.
I don't have a crush.
I can vouch for him. I don't think he has a crush.
All right, truth. Where did you used to think babies came from? Be truthful.
Be truthful.
Was it the pelican
Yeah, the stork, I guess.
or stork?
Yeah. That's what the
Is that-
cartoons always
Yeah,
said.
you're right.
Yeah.
Is that what you really used to think?
Good
or,
cop out.
Or did you? What's that?
I said good cop out.
Nothing else? Like
I
a
feel
swamp or something?
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
he copped out.
I
Yeah.
feel
I don't
I
know.
don't remember thinking where a baby came from when I was little. I don't
No,
remember where I thought.
I don't think I cared.
Yeah.
No, I
I
just
was
knew
like,
it was in the
Another
belly.
brother or
Like,
sister?
Well, I just
What
thought
the hell, Mom?
I just thought you went to the hospital and picked one out. That's what I thought.
There you go.
I don't even remember thinking that. Like, I don't remember what I thought where babies came from.
People used to just come
Yeah.
home with babies.
Yeah.
I don't think I did either. don't
I
think
mean, by
ever-
the time, like, because I was the baby for 13 years. And so I was old enough to understand where they came from when my mom got pregnant with my little brother. So I really don't think I had a thought of where they came from, or I just didn't care.
Yeah.
I was the baby for 19 months.
Still are.
Yeah, I was a baby for 13 years and I was sad. When my mom got pregnant, I was actually really mad because I loved being the baby. But that didn't change because he was a boy. I was still like the baby girl. So
That's good.
That's still good.
Yeah,
Still
something about
spoiled
mamas
to
and
this
their
day,
girls.
40 years old, spoiled as shit by my parents.
At 40 years old, you said?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. My earphones came out. I didn't know if you said 14 or 40.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm pretty spoiled by like my entire family. It's not just my parents. My sister spoils me, my brothers.
That's good.
Do we
Yeah.
spoil you?
Yeah,
We do?
kind of.
Good. All right.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was unsure. I thought we were failing in that department.
No,
Okay, so everyone noticed that when this started 50 minutes ago, Holly wasn't in a very good mood.
yeah.
But
Now
now
she's
she's
happy.
laughing.
Now she's kind again.
Happy
Yeah,
Holly.
I'm getting there.
Well,
She's glowing.
with that being said, I think that's another episode wrapped up.
Of what?
So, truth or dare?
Powered by.
Chaotic exposure.
Wow.
Suck.
I was
We
waiting.
suck so bad at life.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything else they want to add before we call this a day and let Holly get to drinking her tequila?
Now,
The
one
herbals.
thing. So, I don't know if you guys follow Crypto Atlas.
Yep.
I actually got to meet Atlas when I went to LA, and it is his birthday tomorrow. So
Oh.
I just want to say happy birthday, Crypto Atlas. I will be posting on Twitter as well. But by the time this comes out and anybody sees it, it will be his birthday.
That's true. Yeah, it will
happy
be
birthday.
because,
Happy
like we said, this one was
birthday.
being filmed on Thursday. I'm counting something. 1, 2, 3,
You need help?
4 weeks. We'll be in Vegas, boys and girl.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Anniversary time.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, guys, have a great weekend and God bless.
Be kind.